This question has got me curious for the longest time, and once you hear it, you'll be thinking about it too. How many Robot Masters from the Mega Man series are ambidextrous? In terms of Mega Man, ambidextrous means that they are able to, or are forced to, use both busters or other weaponry in place of their hands. So let's find out. So let's get the main cast out of the way. Can Mega Man use both hands as busters? Well, this can be complicated. The only instance of Mega Man using two hands as busters that I can recall is in Super Adventure Rockman and Super Smash Bros. I really don't think the Smash is canon, but it is still a pretty cool move nonetheless. So at the end of Super Adventure Rockman, Mega Man initiates his double Mega Buster, very clever name. However, it heavily drains his systems and nearly kills him doing it. So to determine if Mega Man can use both busters, we have to know, is Super Adventure Rockman canon? Who cares? We don't need to know. In Mega Man 4, if you get the wire item, you can shoot the wire hook from one buster and the Mega Buster out of the other one simultaneously. Also, the wire itself can be used as a weapon, as that is one of its designated uses. A lot of Mega Man 1's Robot Masters actually don't use busters at all. For example, Gutsman throws large boulders, and Cutman generates scrolling cutters off the top of his head. While they do use both hands, they don't use either of them as busters, so we can't count them. However, Fireman uses both hands as busters, and actually can't seem to get them off. I can only find one instance of Fireman's hands, and it's in Mega Man Mega Mix, which isn't canon to my knowledge. Poor Fireman. How does he open doors? How does he open anything? Anyway, so far, that's two Robot Masters capable of using both hands. To my knowledge, Roll does not use any sort of buster in a canon piece of media, and before you say it, that does not include Power It Up. So on to Mega Man 2. Crashman is always shown using both hands for his crash bombs. However, unlike Fireman, it is unknown if Crashman can use his hands. So far, that makes 3 ambidextrous Robot Masters. On to Mega Man 3. Needleman uses both busters in all of his appearances. I couldn't find anything showing Needleman with hands. Sparkman is also only shown with both electrodes. Hardman could shoot out his hard knuckle out of either hand, but it's never shown. There's no indicator on his body that shows which arm the knuckle comes out from, like how Magnet Man has a very subtle green sliver on his right arm that shows where his magnets come from. Since we can't confirm it, I'm not counting it. So that makes 5 ambidextrous Robot Masters. To my knowledge, Proto Man does not use 2 busters, even for his Big Bang Strike. On to Mega Man 4. Drillman uses 2 busters to fire off his drill bombs. He also has not been seen with any hands. I could see why he doesn't have any hands here. I mean, he's shooting missiles from his wrists. After a few shots of that thing, he would have destroyed whatever hands may have even been there. Drillman is actually the only Robot Master that is like this. The rest of them either use 1 or no buster at all. Now that's 6 ambidextrous Robot Masters. On to Mega Man 5. Waveman has 1 buster on his left hand and a harpoon on his right. Does that make him ambidextrous? Well, earlier in this video, I defined an ambidextrous Robot Master as one that can, or must, use both of their hands as busters or other weaponry. Since both are mounted on his arm, then yes, Waveman is ambidextrous. Napalm Man is also an example from Mega Man 5. He has one, whatever these things are, on each of his hands to shoot his Napalm Bomb. Ah yes, the N-Bomb. Mega Man 5 wouldn't be the same without it. Now that makes 8 ambidextrous Robot Masters. On to Mega Man 6. Now some might think that Blizzard Man is ambidextrous because he uses both hands for the shafts of his skis, but that doesn't really count, as they're not weapons, but tools. You can grip both shafts, but that doesn't make you ambidextrous. So no ambidextrous Robot Masters from Mega Man 6, which still puts us at 8 in total. And actually, there isn't a single ambidextrous Robot Master from here on out until Mega Man 9, including Bass, that I know of. Magma Man is the only ambidextrous Robot Master from Mega Man 9. He is seen using both hands as busters in all of his artwork, even in his concept art. Now we have 9 ambidextrous Robot Masters total. On to Mega Man 10. Blade Man has both hands as, well, blades. But since he's not holding them, do we count this as ambidextrous? The blades were put where his hands would be. Also, there is no confirmation if they can be replaced by his hands. But as I explained before, these do count as busters, as they are objects of destruction that are mounted to his arms. So I'll let this one count. Commando Man is also seen with 1 bomb launcher on each arm. This is a lot like the Drill Man situation. Having no hands might be a good idea here. So that makes 11 ambidextrous Robot Masters. On to Mega Man 11. The only Robot Master that counts here is Impact Man, with 1 pile driver on each arm. Like Mega Man 1, A lot of this game's Robot Masters don't use busters at all, so that brings us to a total of 12 ambidextrous Robot Masters. But we're not done yet, there are still more to cover. Ballade uses the cannons mounted to his arms to fire his Ballade crackers. He has one cannon on each arm, so this means that he can attack from both arms and use both of them as hands at will. Mars is seen with 2 busters on his arms. He also has one on his head, and his shoulders, and his boots. And basically this guy's got a ton of weapons. More importantly, the 2 each located on his arms, the only star droid to have that quality. Zero is seen many times using both his buster in his right hand and his Z-Saber in his left simultaneously. However, since the saber is held with his hand and not mounted to his wrist, it does not count. Then again, it has been a while since I've played the later X games and the Zero series altogether. I couldn't find anything of this while doing my research, so let me know in the comments if I missed anything. So there you have it. That was all of the ambidextrous Robot Masters that I could find. In case you skipped to the conclusion, these Robot Masters are Megaman, Fireman, Crashman, Needleman, Sparkman, Drillman, Waveman, Napalm Man, Magma Man, Blade Man, Commando Man, Impact Man, Ballade, and Mars, for a total of 14 ambidextrous Robot Masters. Is this the amount you were expecting? Did I get something wrong in my research? Do you want me to make a video like this on another part of the Mega Man franchise? Let me know what you think in the comments. I wonder if there's like a club that all the handless Robot Masters have, where they all resent Wily's designs and wish they had hands. The entrance would be like an automatic door.